What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel where we make easy money on easy plays. And if your main objective isn't to make money in the stock market, well, guess what? You came to the wrong place. And today, finally, a motor gave out, guys. I was asleep all day. I knew eventually I wasn't going to be able to keep going on like I have been doing, getting like 3 hours of sleep a day. Trying to keep you guys updated on everything that's going on here. Today I did recharge my battery, so what we're looking at here, guys, is TRCH. Now, it's obvious what caused this selling pressure today. This was institutional driven, of course, and it caused a lot of selling pressure. It made retail investors actually panic and start to sell their position. So I hope everyone here took advantage of these discounted prices that we see here today. We see tons of institutional pullouts here. As you can see here, extreme volume came into play, 84.73 million. Okay, now if we break down the order flow distribution, as you can see here, we see selling pressure. We see a large scale order on the outflow that we haven't saw here in TRCH ever, guys. So we know for 100% fact that this sell off was institutional driven, which is a very good sign for us that is long on this stock. Okay, now we do see selling by the retail investor, also on the medium scale. Shout out to all the early seat OGs out there. Let me see those seats, guys. Now, huge selling pressure came on us, guys. Right away, institutions dumped shares, sold off a lot of shares here today. In this very minute alone, we see 676 shares being moved around. At least 85% of that was selling. And then the next minute, we see over 1 million shares. 1.3 million shares was moved around in this minute. Caused huge selling pressure. And then we see a gap down. We see some more institutional pullouts here and here. Here as well. Another one here, guys. And that is why that order flow large scale outflow is so great today. It is tremendous. Now, the volume that came into play today was high as well. And we got 61 thumbs up, guys. Let's see if we can reach 100. Push that thing all the way to 100 very quickly, guys. We got 4 thumbs down, and you know who that is. They can't stop the grind, guys. Can't stop the channel from growing. It is going to continue to grow with the love and support that the loyal subscribers and followers that we have here on the channel. Now we're going to take another look here at Nio Stock. Nio is making its push, guys. Like I was telling you guys, Nio is a long-term play for us. Okay, so even though that we did see that red day yesterday, I was telling everyone to not panic. In fact, you should be grabbing this dip here yesterday, and if you did do that, guys, you made the right decision. As you can see here, we closed here at 15.65%. If you look here at the 1 minute chart, as you can see here, we did go under the VWAP right here and also here. All right, guys, then that's when the buying pressure actually came on us on a very, very massive scale. Currently seeing a green aftermarket, so that's a good sign. We take a look here at the order flow distribution. We do see the large scale in our favor. Not only that, we see all 3 levels in our favor. But looking here at that volume, though, we were close to 3 times its average range percentage, 124%. With that, no, the turnover 124%. With that range coming in at close to 19%. So that range is looking very, very good. We take a look here at the day chart. We recovered yesterday's loss. Okay, today's high being $8.43. So we broke the recent high here. The recent high came on us here on the 11th. And we broke that today, guys. So that's a good sign to be here in any stock. They did do some very good corporate actions. Like I was telling you guys, when any raised that money on this day, that day I knew then that this is going to be a great long-term hold due to the fact that the way the good corporate actions was being made, guys. They raised some money at the right time. Just got a text message from our buddy Ace. But yeah, they raised some money at the right time, guys. They did have to go into debt. They actually raised it with a direct offering of shares. Now that let me know then this stock is making the right moves, and today they did that as well. As you can see here, they enter agreement with Graphon Digital Mining. Okay, now the details behind that is basically they came in an agreement to neutral Bitcoin mining hosting capacity managed by Core Scientific as hosting partner. So that is huge news. If we take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin, as you can see here, green day for Bitcoin as well. So tomorrow, if Bitcoin can continue to be green up until tomorrow's open, expect any stock to continue its path upward. And let's check out OCGN. Now, a lot of people were panicking on OCGN when it dropped this morning. Okay. Now, I didn't have any fear. Easy Money Obi is here, guys. Now, as you can see here, this drop put a lot of people in panic because a lot of people hopped on this thing kind of late after yesterday's run. And back to the day chart really quickly. After yesterday's run, opening kind of low, had people in a panic this morning. But that's when I told everyone this morning, shift your money from Prog and put that over in 50-50 in Dash Chat and go 50 on OCGN. My boy Brandon Manson said WTRH cost average $1.20. I think I might be screwed. Yeah, guys. Ace called that at 99 cents, man. You gotta actually be on top of that. When Ace call those plays, you gotta be there or be square. But OCGN is looking good though, even though we see this slight dip here. Don't panic. We're still waiting on that WHO announcement. Okay, so that is why I wanted to tell people ahead of time. You do want to increase your position here in OCGN. You don't want to be chasing this stock when that news come out. A lot of people are in fear that the price may be baked. The news may be baked into the price, but I don't think that is the case because that WHO catalyst is very, very big. Okay. Now, take a look here at Progenity. This morning, guys, when Progenity ran up, the reason why I was telling people to actually sell Progenity and put that over in OCGN, yes, Progenity did have a nice catalyst that came out today. So once this thing shot up, we called it a little bit early before it shot up, guys. So I was kind of disappointed about that. But we did receive some decent gains from a few days ago. So we were already up. Didn't want to be greedy here, guys, because that catalyst actually came out of nowhere. But once it came out, guys, I knew right then and there that the news was going to be sold. Okay. Now, I even announced that in the Discord. Now, I know for a fact that OCGN's catalyst is much bigger. It will hold. It will not be sold. Of course, it's going to be sold eventually, but getting in there early we will be able to ride that lightning up and get a decent amount of gains off that, guys. Let's take a look at CEI. See what happened here with CEI today. Now, like I was saying, guys, I do believe CEI may have a chance to bounce back, but that's going to be time consuming. One thing about the stock market, guys, it is all about timing. It's a time to buy the stock and a time to sell it. Good thing we got out of it before we even reached these levels. We got what we can out of this play, and we're going to keep it moving. All right. Let's talk about ADR really quickly. As far as ADR go, ADR did see some nice buying pressure today. As you can see here, man, very volatile in the beginning of the day until it got its footing right. As you can see here, it was under volume today, but still finished overall on a good day. As you can see here, turnover rate was only 20.87%. Not so bad. Range being 9.53%. Even better. Take a look here at this estimated borrow fee, 81.65%. So all you short squeeze guys out there, if ADR can trade sideways and consolidate around these periods, they're going to be closing their position here pretty soon. Because like I was explaining to you guys, hedge funds hate consolidation. Why? Because it gives them no leverage to borrow more shares at a higher price, and it gives them no opportunity to buy back the shares. Did I say that right, guys? It gives them no leverage to borrow more shares at a higher price, and it gives them no opportunity to actually buy back the shares at a lower cost. So at this 81% that we see here, they're basically just holding the shares with no way out right now. So if we continue to see this sideways trading, and like I told you guys before, anytime a stock starts to trade sideways, it is building some type of pressure. And not only that, adding the additional thought of hedge funds buying back some of those shares during the stagnant trading is going to push ADR in a huge spike. Okay, guys, huge spike. I'm going to be doing a rundown on this stock as well, guys. I do see money in the near future for us here in ATER. So with that being said, all you ADR guys out there, you are in the place to be. All right. See you later, ADR. You got it right, Abe. I got 400 shares of any $6.98. Check out my early seed OGs, man. I love those emblems. My boy Brandon said, bro, I love it, but that patent for Prog did not come out of nowhere. People been talking about it. Yeah, we've been talking about it, but that patent wasn't scheduled. You feel me, Brandon? Like, it wasn't no scheduled thing. It was going to come out any given time, and it came out basically no one knew when it was going to come out. So it wasn't like a set date on it. That's what I mean by that. Like, it came out of nowhere. Like, instead, like, OCGNs is going to come out of nowhere. Can we get an update on PTGX? Let me tell Tim Smith. He hit me in a Discord and asked for that, so I got you. Get over to the live stream. I'm going to do it now. But yeah, though, ADR, it's looking as though that it might be some big moves coming ahead. Now let's take a look here at KAR really quickly. I'm seeing a lot of KAR talk. And oh yeah, guys, today I did double down my position in Datch chat. KAR is seeing somewhat of a downtrend, as you can see here on this day chart. But overall, though, guys, I will be adding to my position here in KAR here pretty soon. I am close. It is close to my cost average, matter of fact. So I will be adding money to this here pretty soon. KAR is a very good stock. It's an early seat right now, guys, if you ask me, because huge catalyst is ahead of us. We got some decent catalysts. That revenue report for Korsova. Not only that, we do have Korsova's oral form which is going to be sold on the OTC market, is in phase 3. So once we hear the phase 3 results, that's going to push this stock up if it's good. All right, but it should be good due to the fact that the injection form was already approved, and that is much harder to get approved. So the oil form is a walk in the park. But as you can see here today in car, guys, look at that low volume. Very low volume. Not only that, looking at this analysis, order flow distribution, as you can see here, we don't see any movement in the last 5 days. Okay, but we do see selling pressure on both scales, medium and small. Now, the reason why we don't see any movement here in the large, guys, because institutions are sitting put. They're not going anywhere because, like they call themselves, smart money, and they know how to play this stock. They're waiting around to hear that revenue report on Krasova, which goes on the market Q1 2022. All right, so we do have a long ways out. So I'm going to continue to accumulate as many shares as possible before that revenue report comes out. And it should be a good one due to the fact that they do not have any rival competitors far as the dialysis drug that they are offering. So I'm 100% sure that that is going to be major. Okay, so getting in this play early will benefit you. All right, what's exit price on any stock is a long-term position, guys. If I'm long on a stock, I don't even consider any type of exits prices or anything like that. I'll just shave off certain amounts at certain price points. But guys, as far as that goes, everyone's situation is different in that case because my cost average may be lower than yours. So my 20% shave off will be different than others. Shout out to Dr. Pumpkins, he's in the building. What's this IPO day in October? I'm just seeing. Which stock you talking about, Foxy D? Fox. Let's go check out BBIG. I know there's a few BBIG shareholders out there. BBIG is starting to see a curve up. As you can see here, guys, curve up here on BBIG is looking good on the recovery side. BBIG did break $7 here today. Take a look here at this aftermarket. We broke the $7 mark, hit that $7.19. Any talk on SDC's short squeeze? Let's take a brief look at SDC real quick. Oh, I was about to say SDC shot up in price. Now, correct. Guys, one thing I do not like this stock. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. Told you guys to get out this thing a few days ago, right after its peak. A lot of people thought I had doubts in that statement on this day because it opened at $6.75 and hit a high of $7.09, but it closed lower than it opened. No, I'm sorry, guys. It went lower than the open, but it only closed 3 cents higher that day. Since then, we are receiving some downtrending motion here. Now, even though that this stock was under volume today, it isn't that low compared to its average. Don't forget, guys, we got 200 people in here watching. If you didn't hit that thumbs up button, guys, can you please hit it now? I want to see those thumbs up jump to at least 150. Okay, guys? Everybody rush that thumbs up button, that like button. Let's get it. Let's get it, guys. Prog. We can go back to Prog. But as far as SDC, guys, I don't consider this a short squeeze target. That free float is still kind of high. It's a lot of shares for the hedge funds to actually buy back the shares out of the free float without without having to go to any type of investor and pay the asking price. That is a short squeeze. Prog to $20. Guys, it really be some very misleading things going on here. $20. So you see at least 1,000% gain from the price that we see here today. I am appalled by that. Progenity announced multiple patents, guys. If Progenity falls on a 3-patent grant, it's not likely people are willing to hold the shares, especially if they're not going to hold shares during some great news like this. You have to have, you got to have people got to be willing to hold the shares to cause a short squeeze, or to even push a stock up that far. 1,000% people have to be willing to hold. And far as institutions can actually drive the price up a lot, but they're not even on top of this like that. They're not on it like that, guys. We do see 38.22% owned. But if you look at and compare it to other stocks like this, guys, this is the type of percentage owned that you want to see. This stock can easily see a huge spike. But as far as Progs, I don't really consider that too much. My boy Dustin Miles. Shout out for Dustin for that super chat. This stock that is actually just trading along the VWAP currently, but CLSN mentioned this to you in DCDM last week. Discord, okay. FDA fast tracked awaiting FDA approval. Low last week, $3.50 valuation, up 8% today, close on high key. Let me go check that out. My boy Dustin might be on to something. Close with a key today. Nice percent gain. Let's check out the volume. Close to its average, so it wasn't too much. It wasn't basically under volume today. Low turnover rate is awesome. Range showing us that 707. High price target here is $3.50. We're currently seeing $1.05. Let's check this out. No large scale movement today on both sides of the fence. We do see buying done on the medium and small scale, so we know for a fact that it has retail interest. When is the FDA approval date, if you know, Zach? I mean, not Zach, Dustin. Can you tell me the date that it is up for the PDUFA date? Guys, we got 150 thumbs up. If you haven't already smashed that like button, please do so now. It will help YouTube recommend this video to new viewers. Thus, the YouTube channel will grow. Estimated borrow fee is quite low on this stock, 3.11%. If we look here at the day chart, well, that's the week. Let's look here at the day chart. It recently just bottomed out at 87 cents. Currently at $1.05. Nice uptrend that we are seeing here. We see a red day in between. So we are building support levels on our way up. That is looking good as well, guys. I'm going to do some more research on this stock for sure today. We can take a look here at Naov. Naov did drop a little bit. The recent high here was $2.21. We're currently seeing $1.82 in the aftermarket hours. Low volume. Low volume can affect a stock a lot. Take a look here at the analysis on this play, the order flow distribution. As you can see here, with low volume coming in, with that large scale actually outperforming the inflows large scale, we are going to see a drop in price right off the bat, just off of that alone. And we do see selling pressure done by the medium, but some buying going on by the retail investor here. So it does still have retail interest going on. Naov just have to pick up its volume, as you can see here, guys. This was the day that this thing went from $2 on the open to $2.21 high. Was the day that we actually saw a spike in the volume. But since then, this thing has been trading under volume. So it was FDA approval has, you know what I'm saying, the date that it's supposed to actually go in front of the FDA committee. Drew Peterson, KTRA, thanks for that super chat. KTRA is basically washed out the gains that it received here so far in the aftermarket hours. Let's look here at the 1 minute chart. The 1 minute chart is showing us some strange activity. And institutional pullouts is upon us here on this stock. Institutions caused some selling pressure on today's trading. We saw some buying pressure right away in the pre-market here. So that isn't accounted for in this order flow distribution. But if we look here at the small and the medium, we do see buying pressure done by the retail investors today. Currently seeing 4.48%. Well, now it went even higher. 4.97% drop in price right away here in the aftermarket hours. I do expect this thing to continue to downtrend from during this aftermarket. As you can see here, the volume that came in here today was extremely high compared to the average, guys. If we take into consideration that turnover rate just on 4.58% gain, that is very concerning, with that range being above 10. So with that being said, I do believe this thing can continue to downtrend. Just see what happens in the pre-market tomorrow. That's going to be a very big factor for KTRA. Now, next up, we're going to take a look at from my boy Drew, the RDW. RDW saw some huge buying pressure on the play today. We're currently seeing 5.44 in the aftermarket. As far as the gains go, if we look here at the volume, as you can see here, average is only 594,000, and today we came in over 12 million, and it is steady rising, guys. Turnover rate 21.63. That is low for a stock to be moving like this, especially the buying pressure that it saw immediately, like very quickly, a rush in price. It wasn't like a graduate gain. This thing just pushed up. As you can see here, the low being $10.02. We started to see some very low volume coming into play, as you can see here, and this is when the volume started to pick up very, very fast. So, as far as that go, that range is higher than the turnover. I don't like that though. But if we look here at this order flow from today, we don't see any movement in the large scale orders whatsoever during the trading day. But with that being said, guys, like I tell you all the time, a large scale order that comes in on A chart that looks like this, guys, will affect the stock dramatically. Okay, we see some huge buying pressure done by the medium and small. Compared to the outflow, that is a extreme gap between the two, guys. Seeing those numbers, I'm comfortable to say that this stock is going to continue to run. All right, next stock I want to take a look at is PED. Very spotty trading going on towards the end of the day. Volume started to shoot lower, started to lose most of its volume. Volume in the morning was quite low as well. Hitting today's low on a complete downtrend this morning. $1.88. Then we saw a slight reversal with buying pressure going on. And then that is when the volume slowed down here, trading along the VWAP. Okay, anytime a stock just trades along it for quite some time, guys, a lot of people get impatient and start to sell the stock, especially if it challenges it and keep dropping under it. Okay, if it challenges it and it's above it, that's a different story. But when it's under it and continue to challenge it, guys, and it don't go over, people will be more likely to sell the stock. Okay, like I tell you guys all the time, technical analysis is only 10% of the stock market, and the rest is mental. So you got to understand psychological standpoints on the stock market. Got 179 thumbs up, guys. It's 209 people watching. Push this thing over 200 if you already haven't done so. Smash that like button, guys. It really does help the channel. Let's take a brief look here at TRCH again. Trading along the VWAP, we did come under it. We only see 0.45% drop. We know TRCH tends to see nice buying pressure in the pre-market. Okay, as long as we don't break those $10 levels, we are in a good area. Okay, currently coming down in price now, seeing $10.90, $10.89 now, guys. We're down 1% in the aftermarket, and it is continuing to fall. So if you did miss your DATS seat, you might want to keep your eyes out on this place so you can get a great entry. Oh, I hate stocks like that. Volume is at 85 million currently, guys. That turnover rate is very, very high. We know people is selling for a gain now from the days in the past, probably from yesterday. Putting people in panic right now, having people actually trade off emotions currently. I do believe that chat can recover. I mean, guys, we came down from $8.50. Okay, saw a low here of $7.41, and then we bounced back all the way to $15.09. So I'm not in any stress over this at all. In fact, I did double down my position here, and that's 2 days. So my confidence is in this play. Like I told you guys before, this is a long-term situation, if you ask me, not a trade. Now, if a trade, if we came in here playing this as a trade, then that will put me in a panic stage. But I'm long on the stock, guys. Next stock I want to take a look at from my boy Tim Smith over at the Discord. PTGX. If we look here at the 1 minute, Not too much going on here today, though. As you can see here, that high being $32.70, with the low being $31.11. So not too much going on here. We were under volume today, but the turnover rate being 2.65%. That is looking okay. That's looking very good if you ask me, by the way. Currently we see, hold on, sorry about that. Right now, guys, large scale order isn't in our favor. We did receive some selling pressure on this stock in the pre-market, though. Huge selling pressure. But far as that medium and small, medium we see some selling pressure, small we see buying pressure. We know the retail investor still has interest in this stock. As you can see here, selling pressure was crazy this pre-market in this play. Low being $30.38, and it rose very quickly to that $32.70. We got 200 thumbs up. Shout out to everyone that did smash that like button. If you didn't already, guys, go ahead and do so. All right, we're going to check out ADXS. Shout out to all my early COGs, guys. A nice perk to have with extra videos, extra live streams. Not only that, no super chat is needed from my early COGs. You stick out like a sore thumb. I instantly see that seat with that night helmet. As you can see here, man, 56 cent being today's high. Very spotty trading, though. Volume didn't pick up here until, let's see, the minute, actual minute, 12:21 is when the volume actually picked up in this play. As you can see here, only 2,000 shares being moved around here, 3,000 here, these very spotty candles. So it was low in volume at first till 12. Basically, lunch came into play, guys. And that is when huge volume started to rush in and pour out. Okay, high being at 56 cent. Above the VWAP all day long. Very good sign until the institutional drop-off. Okay, which put people in fear. We do see more buying on that large scale, but we have to take into consideration all that was built during this time. That outflow, as far as large scale, was only right here, only 500,000 shares. But if we add up all this buying right here by institutions that pushed all this volume into the stock, it's more than 500,000 shares, guys. Now, looking, then the volume slowed down here. Very, very concerning right there. See that the volume actually slowed down towards the end of the day. That's a concern sign. Okay, turnover rate is good, but that range over 10% with a low turnover rate isn't good at all, guys. We just got a new early COG. Shout out to MDE. Welcome to the family. As you can see, you got your night helmet, custom emojis. Welcome to the family. We will be having another member joining the family, guys. I do love the love and support that you guys show the channel. That's why I go so hard, guys. That's why I'm up in that Discord 3 o'clock in the morning when a lot of people are asleep. I am awake, working. Not only that, dropping videos 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Up at market open just so I can brief you guys on what's going on. Today my motor went out. I was so tired, guys. That's why I wasn't around. I actually got some rest today to recharge the batteries. So it's time to put this thing in fifth gear, and go hard. Now, as far as this stock goes, though, my concern here is that volume actually slowing down in this time, and to see that I don't like that range rate. But as far as the order flow goes, we do see some buying on the large scale. Not too much, but it does show us some buying pressure going on. I do believe tomorrow can be a red day. If we look here at the day chart really quickly, this stock, as you can see here, is shot down. We're starting to come up in price a little bit, but I do believe we're going to see some more cooling down happen before we see a reversal towards that recent high, 64 cents. All right. If we look here at that alkaline water really quickly, we do see alkaline water showing us a downtrend, guys, which is very concerning right now. Is this Discord? Yeah, that's Discord. Let's see what the guys back home talking about. Make sure you guys ain't over there panicking. What y'all think about PRLD? We're doing some Discord requests. What ticker was that? PRLD. Let's take a look at PRLD. PRLD seems as though that this thing may be beaten down. May be beaten down, so we may be seeing a reversal here pretty soon. If we look here at this 1 minute chart on today's trading, not too much going on here. Okay, not too much, as you can see here. Today's low coming in 1541, the high being 1594, with the opening being 1576. So today wasn't a very volatile day whatsoever. Okay, it wasn't like a huge difference, but this thing coming at a low volume rate. Okay, this has very low volume. Turnover rate 1.23%. Um, 52-week high though, $95.58. Let's take a look here at this day chart. Again, as you can see here, since that high, this thing has been in a very, very bad downtrend. Okay, we started to see somewhat some sideways trading. Like I tell you guys all the time, anytime a stock see movement like this, it is going to make a move. Now we dropped down in price, and we're starting to see that same type of movement here, guys. My best guess that this thing is going to see a uptrend here very quickly. And when that comes into play, treat this thing like a trade and not an investment. This can be a quick money grab, guys. My boy Tony said, I'm up at work at those hours with you, homie. Yeah, Tony, that's why you always catch my videos at those hours, man. You be woke. Let's take a look here at costs. Costs did blow itself out today. As you can see here, opening at 22, high being 22.88, low being 17.86, and closing here at 18.65. This is what we call a bullet trap. opening high. Buying pressure being built in that pre-market. As you can see here, soon the market opened. A huge jump here in costs, right? This is what we call a bull trap, guys. It would have caught a lot of people trying to chase this stock, get in it on the uptrend, holding throughout the morning. Okay, people telling themselves it's going to go back up, it's going to go back up. Getting caught at this $17, holding that bag. That is something you do not want to do. Something you don't want to do, guys. This was basically a bull trap. That's my thoughts on cost. Today was a bull trap for cost, man. Looking there at that turnover rate, people that actually had gains from the day before jumped ship today on the race down. Okay, if you look here back at the day chart. So people that actually buying at these $15 prices, they were actually selling today because they were seeing the stock just slowly decrease. Okay, if you bought this thing in today's pre-market, you got caught holding the bag. Shout out to my boy Trigger. Just sent us a super chat. Update on ORPH, please, and thanks. ORPH. What a day for ORPH. As you can see here, recently bottoming out at the 52-week low. $3.78, seeing a high on today's trading, $5.49. Okay, it says here, BNGO reads, documented transition history. Today is the 13th, but we want to hear I don't know what this is. They want me to download a PDF to see that, guys, so we're just going to read it off this. Basically a patent titled, I don't know that word, guys, but for treating glaucoma, I don't know that word either, but you guys see it, man. That is almost more letters than the whole alphabet alone. Glucocerebrosidase. I don't know how to say that, guys. But if you can pronounce that word, more power to you. But good news on this stock. Anything that has to deal with a patent, that's very good news. Okay, but the difference here, this stock actually held up in price on its patent. Okay, we do see a huge jump in price during the pre-market hours. Guys, huge sign that this thing was building some pressure. I wish I would have saw this thing earlier. As you can see here, staying along that VWAP, but staying above it. All right, but this huge jumps here and this gap up, guys, we know who was the first people to rush in and buy this thing. Institutions. Dramatically. Very dramatically. They took advantage of that. Close to 2 million shares being bought in this minute alone. Take a look here at the analysis. We do see more selling done by the large scale, and that was just them actually taking in some gains towards the end here, guys. Dropping us down to that $4.55 from the recent high, $5.49. They played it very smart today. Okay, seeing how this thing actually started to see some more buying pressure towards the end of the day is a very good sign. It did close under the VWAP, but right away in the aftermarket hours, we did see a swing, and we're currently up right now. Only 3,000 shares being moved around in this moment. That was most likely done by retail investors. We take another look here at this order flow distribution. We do see selling on all three levels. Well, not we only 0.2 difference here in the small, so it's not too much to call that buying pressure. People locked in gains today, 55.67%. If we look here at the day chart, as you can see here, Not too many people that were buying this stock the day before, as you can see here on the. So everybody that bought this thing between the 6th and the 12th today was in a very great position to sell for some gains. A pretty much glucose, huh? Do I still think DATS will hit $15 this week? Let's check it out. It's hard to say right now. If DATS do hit $15 this week, we're going to have to see more volume coming in, of course. No, it isn't. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's more than likely it won't hit $15 this week. But we can see levels around $13.50 by Friday. And if we do see those levels, guys, expect to see a Moon Monday here Monday. NXPT. I think you got that ticker wrong. Relax. Straighten that out for me when you talk about it. CEI, my boy BNGO says CEI is kind of stuck. The CEI, I mean, as far as oil going up in price per barrel, CEI will see a small pivot forward here pretty soon, but we don't have time to be waiting around for that, guys. That is why I suggested us to sell this thing before we saw these levels. But as you can see here, the volume is much lower than the days that we have been receiving close to $1 billion. Turnover rate is 57.57 today. Not too many people are able to sell a gain here in CEI like they were in the past, where we were seeing at least 300% in that turnover day after day. So that turnover rate is going to get smaller. Not only that, that range here, 1763, man, was 1736. But let's take a quick look here at next play. Seeing some nice buying pressure here in the aftermarket hours. I do believe since we see a high volume here today, it's a very great chance very great chance that this stock is going to see some more buying pressure on it tomorrow for sure. As you can see here, the volume that came here today, over 10 times its average. Tremendous low turnover rate. Huge indicator that this thing is going to see some more buying going on. The slight concern I have here, guys, is that range percentage. Now, turnover rate just lets me know how many people are locking in gains, the percentage of that. How many people are selling for a gain today? And if a lot of people isn't selling for a gain, guess what? Psychological standpoints tell me people are what, guys? Let me see who can answer that question for me. If a lot of people isn't selling for a gain, that lets us know what? Because the gains are there. They're holding, correct, Dustin. They're holding. People that are actually holding and have gains, that is a very great sign that this stock can continue to rise up in price. And if you see that, that means it's not a lot of day traders going on here. Okay, and that's a very great sign. I'm glad to see that people is actually learning the psychological standpoint of the stock market. Like I tell you guys all the time, if a guy can only teach you technical analysis doesn't determine if a person is going to buy or sell a stock. Okay, that's only 10% of the stock market. You got to understand the cause and effects of the stock market. What can cause the retail investor to sell? What can cause the institutional what can cause the institutional investor to buy, situations like that. So if you can foresee that, guys, you'll be able to call these runs pretty easily. My boy says, nothing against you. You just want to mention Keenan Grace calling a $2 strike for Prog. Keenan Grace called a $2 strike for Prog. Everyone here knows Keenan, right? He called a $2 strike. I mean, depending on the price of those contracts, depending on that price of contracts, man. Not in the money though. The price of these contracts on that $2 strike is not looking so swell. No, it is not. I mean, guys, one thing I can say, man, about the stock market, things happen that's not in our control. We do have people that have bigger positions that can cause a selling situation or a buying situation. I see this stock here. Yup, Lady MD, an investment stock. You are right as well. If people are holding that thing and they have a green position, it's an investment play. All right, so you know how to approach it. If it dips, you add to it. If you approach a stock, you have to take this route, guys. Before you buy a stock or buy into any security, you have to ask yourself: is this an investment play or is this a trade? Now, if you consider it a trade, you want to cut your losses quickly on that. I cut mine at 7% of the loss. But if it's considered an investment, guys, you want to add to that thing anytime you go down 20%. Okay, because if you're down 15%, it's a good chance that the stock can reverse and put you back in the green. So you don't want to use your buying power to actually buy that dip, because that isn't a efficient dip to be buying. You can actually use your buying power for a trade, so you can accumulate some quick cash and use that money to buy into a dip. You don't want to use your buying power really to buy a dip, guys. You want to use the money that you make off a trade, okay? Because we like to accumulate money, guys, not having it be held up. Now, as far as GROM, don't forget, guys, if you didn't hit that like button, slam it now, guys. Smash that like button now, please. And thank you. See, my boy Wall Street Sniper got the right idea. He says, I do 7% as well. And anytime I'm down 25% on my investments, that's when I double down. See, guys, as you can see, that is a very great way to approach the stock market. Like I tell you guys all the time, I'm not here to preach, I'm here to teach. And as far as teaching technical analysis, guys, that is, if you ask me, it's too much time consuming when you can actually look at the psychological point and get a better understanding in, what, 30 seconds of what's going on. You know, it's more efficient. Warren Buffett never used a technical analysis in a day in his life, and that guy did pretty well, don't you think? So all that technical analysis talk, TA talk, forget about it, guys. We live in a new era, guys, that a tweet can crash a stock or push up a stock. You know what I'm saying? So throw away the charts, man. New day and age. But looking here, though, as you can see here in this stock, GROM Social, this thing did see some buying pressure right out the gate. Okay, very choppy in the pre-market hours, but as you can see here, guys, hitting that $5.08 relatively quickly. Okay, we do see some institutional pulls on this play here, giving us those steps down. The way this stock did close at a key, not a high key, but this is a key, guys. We're only down 0.47% on that 5.91% gain during the trading day. But if we look here, another indicator, guys, looking at the 1 minute chart, Bulls did win the day today. All right, closing here at a green candle. We controlled the day here in this play. Order flow. Let's see that. We do see some buying on the large scale. We do see some selling done by the medium, and we see some buying done by the small. So the two main important things that happened today, our two main indicators, guys, was the large and the small. As you can see here, very, very phenomenal. Very, very good. Looking here at the volume that came in here today, guys, over 3 times its average, as you can see. Volume being 17.18 million. That turnover is quite high. So if you look here at the day chart, we know people are locking in some gains on this play, and it's more than likely it had to come from the 6 to the past. Okay, so people are locking in those things. Man, oh man, guys, I got so many one-on-ones to do today. It is crazy. If you want a one-on-one session, to all my early seed OGs, you do get a 50% off discount. That's another perk that comes with the early seed OGs. You get that 50% discount on the one-on-ones. So take that to your advantage, guys. That is forever for the early COGs. We're currently giving 50% off to everyone up until Friday on the one-on-ones, but early COGs will forever get the 50% off. Now we're going to talk about how far this stock goes. I do believe that it can see a green day tomorrow, though. That huge volume, 3 times its average. High turnover rate is okay, not too bad. But if we're looking here at the large scales, orders in the last 5 days, it's more than likely we will see another large scale in favor in the inflow here tomorrow. Let's look at OLB. OLB is in a nice swing. Okay, has to break these levels of $6.33. Before we see a major breakout, we do want to break those levels. Major breakout can be here for this stock is that $10, well, $9 level. We could break that $6. We can be seeing $9 here relatively quickly, guys. As you can see here, it's only based on 2 analysts, and they call it a strong buy. So it's not too much to go off of that. Now, if it had at least 10 analysts rating on this thing, considering it a strong buy, then that'll be great. We got 238 thumbs up, guys. If you got to smash that like button, this is the time to do it now. I want to looking here at this stock though. Checking out this order flow. We do see buying here on that large, and that's it. Okay, huge buying on the large though. That is what really kept us up here in the stock overall as far as closing for gain. But today's open being $5.03, $5.03, and our high was only $5.06, guys. And we closed here at $5, so not too much going on here in this play. Not too much. Very low volume overall. Just only 592,000 shares being moved around on average. We only sold 1.17 million on trading today, so not too much. Now, before we cut this thing off, guys, we're going to brief everything really quickly. That's chat. It's seeing another low here in the aftermarket hours. As long as we don't go under $10, guys, we are fine. Okay, now if we look here at OCGN really quickly, OCGN is holding up. As you can see here, we did see that selling motion right away. Just like I tell you guys most of the time, you want to wait until the opening price, until the stock market opens up. That's what you want to wait for, guys, and see how the market reacts to the opening share price. And as you can see here, hitting that $8.32 on the low. Okay. Then we did see another low here, $8.45. But after we bottomed out at that $8.45, guys, that's when the buying pressure began. Okay, we're currently seeing that 0.43% drop. It is holding up, if you ask me, guys. We're just waiting on that WHO announcement. We take a look here at any stock. As you can see here, this long-term crypto mining play is holding up as well. Only a 1.97% drop, which isn't much, guys. Taking into consideration, we did see 15.65% gain on this play. Now, before I let you guys go, I just want to say I love the support that you guys have been showing me here on the channel. Not only that, guys, I do love the loyalty. You guys continue to drop in and watch these videos, and you do drop those thumbs up. So with that being said, guys, don't miss tonight's rundown video. If you have any questions, you can DM me in the Discord anytime you feel free. And also, guys, we're going to be giving out a free chance to win a Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 for Christmas. We're giving away that for free for Christmas, guys. That is going to be a giveaway. No raffle ticket needed. So with that being said, we're going to be setting up that here pretty soon. So if you want to be a part of that, guys, just DM me in the Discord if you do want a chance to win that free PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. We don't know which one we're going to give away just yet. We're just going to have a poll for that. All right. So with that being said, guys, you guys have a great one. And don't forget tonight's rundown video.